back to CTV Morning Live. We want to remind you about the locations and how you can actually get in touch with Richard Hollingsworth. You have your email right there, info@ottawalawfirm.ca. Their number, the best website, we were saying, there's so much information, www.askbrenda.ca. And of course, they do have their two offices now, their original one on Woodruff and the new one at 304 O'Connor Street. We're talking cycling safety, especially really good timing as we're starting to see people out and about now. It was interesting because we were talking about what happens when an individual cyclist has an accident with a car, what happens there, but oftentimes too we're seeing issues on roads or potholes or construction. So can I ask what happens in those scenarios?
Yeah, so especially early in the season when all the potholes haven't been fixed, that is something that we see. Somebody who goes over their handlebars because there's an unexpected problem with the road or a bike path. Those cases are not as easy as car accident cases, but if you have a serious injury, it's definitely worth it. So for example, we had a client who was injured because there was a root that had grown through a bike path. So suddenly there was basically sent him as a projectile, and we were able to get him compensation. They're depending on who's responsible for maintaining the pathway. There's everybody has insurance.
So the key is, as you were saying, document. If you have your phone, if you have anything as a passerby to be able to take a photo of what is actually happening, what the scenario was, that is critical.
Right,
Yes.
and this guy did exactly that. He took a picture of the thing that he went flying over, and we got an expert report from an engineer who went and measured that. Also noted that other bumps in the road had been treated by they had been spray painted to warn people, and this one hadn't been, and it was clearly there a long time. And we were able to get this guy quite a good settlement once we had the expert report.
Okay.
If you don't take the picture and preserve the evidence, when you go back, you may find that it's no longer there and fixed.
So it's one thing that I think you've stressed with any of the situations that we find ourselves in. There's a lot of things you want to do, reminders of, especially you're starting to see this coming through the office.
That's right. Our son in grade 6 headed off this morning, first time on the bike, and all I can think of is all of the things that can go wrong. So we all know about dooring, right? When you pull over to the side and you open your door and the cyclist is coming up and gets sent over. There was a tragic accident a few years ago where someone was killed when that happened, but it actually happens all the time. And typically, the person will end up flying over your door and break their shoulder, collarbone, that kind of thing. So those are common and easy to prevent. We're all more or less aware of it, but is your kid in the back seat aware of it, right? So make sure that you train your children to look or to wait till you say it's okay to open the car. The other thing is people don't realize if you aren't right up against the curb, the cyclist could be on the passenger side too. So look, even if you think, well, they're going to be on the driver's side, look on the passenger side. So that's a really common one. Another common one is you're turning right, cyclist is going straight, cyclist is on the inside of your car. Make sure you check over the passenger side to see if there's a cyclist there. Happens again all the time.
Slow down, watch that blind spot. Again, common sense, but always yield. Just stop, slow down, yield, let the bike go, and then you can see the bike in front of you.
Yeah.
Timely reminders.
Yeah.
But it is that time. You're not thinking about those things in the middle of winter, but opening that car door or double checking on that side whether there are other people that are going to be using the roads.
Yeah, another one that has had very tragic outcomes, and we're going to see more of this as the city develops more bike lanes. The bike lanes end, and so when the cyclist merges onto the road outside the bike lane, especially if the bike lane's not alongside the road, if they're coming sort of perpendicular on an angle to the road, tragedy happens there. We did have a fatality a couple of years ago where a lady was coming off a bike path onto the road and she was struck. So make sure you're checking all the way around you. Cyclists can be anywhere.
Be careful. Cyclists, drivers out on the road, and if you have any questions, of course, head to their website, give them a call. They're available at askbrenda.com if you're looking for more information as well on their two locations. Thanks so much.